So, I see the Pac shirt. Haha, fuck you, Diddy.
No, it's funny. We were saying we're gonna have that topic. Once we finish our interview with you, we're gonna talk about the Diddy stuff. So it's funny that you said that. But yeah, okay. So no, yeah, we can segue into the Boruto.
Oh yeah, I want to ask, how did you come across the role of Kawaki? In my personal opinion, that's probably like one of the best roles in Boruto. Period. Like either him or Boruto, but Kawaki's definitely probably top 3.
That was my question as well. Like, how did that?
Yeah, it's probably going to be pretty underwhelming for you. So I was at my Los Angeles agency at the time, CESD, and I just, every day our agents send us auditions, and we do anything between like 3 to fucking 12 if we've got just a huge pile to record, and it can be everything from, well, depending on the talent, if you're somebody like me who just does everything super well, then you're getting lots of different genres. So commercial stuff, I've done more than 100 Toyota commercials.
Oh, wow.
Toyota stuff, or audiobooks, or anime, or video games, and different agencies specialize in different like genres. But CESD was big enough that they did a bunch of different stuff. So anyway, they're one of the only agencies really that does anime. A lot of anime just comes direct from studio relationships. But anyway, I just got a voice match audition for this role, Kawaki, in Boruto, and I was like, oh, interesting. And normally when we get an audition packet for anime, it'll have like, here's the 5 male voices for this arc that we need to cast, like the big 5 characters for this arc, if that's like My Hero Academia or whatever it is. But this was kind of unusual because it was just one role, Kawaki. And I was like, okay. Let's see. They played like, the V clip in that first episode, which, by the way, is not me. It's a different actor.
That's crazy. Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up.
It's someone named Christopher.
Chris Niosi.
Yes. Yeah. He sounds a lot like Sasuke's voice actor.
Yeah, I hear that a lot, but then I hear a whole lot of uninformed, bad taste people that also say I sound a lot like Sasuke, and you just can't fix everybody. So anyway, they gave that scene, and they wanted you to do a voice match, so just like record your version of that scene, and so I did, sent it off. 2 weeks later, I got a call back that was like, "Hey, we want you to do this again." And here's like another scene that is not recorded. Let's hear your version of that. And then also, can you do all of it more youthful? And I was like, okay, sure. So tried to like put it a little higher up in my register and like kind of whatever. And so sent that off. And then 5 months went by. And then they reached out and were like, hey, you got booked as the voice of Kawaki in Boruto. And I was like, oh, okay, sick. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, well, so then they're like, are you available for, the first session was for Shinobi Striker, which is why I sound so bad in that game. And we had the session scheduled for, a few days in advance. And so I was like, all right, well, I better go like figure out what this dude is about. Cause I had never seen Boruto. I didn't know anything about it. So I'm like,
Oh, so you were coming in completely blind?
Yeah, I was totally blind. Yeah. So then I went to YouTube and I just Googled Kawaki Boruto and watched the first scene again. And then the next one I saw like 2 down the row was like, Kawaki versus Garo, 7 million views. And I went, oh my God. I was like, what?
This might be something here.
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, this is a much bigger deal than I realized. And joke is on me because it actually wasn't, because Viz has done like nothing with the show for 3 years. But at the time,
we throwing shots at Viz.
At the time, well, I'll tell you now. I'm not gonna totally shit talk them or anything, because it's their show. They can do what they want with it. But it is a simple fact that I've been the announced voice of Kawaki for almost 3 years now, and until June of this year, none of my episodes were available to stream anywhere. Period.
Oh yeah, that's Naruto.
The only place that the dub was available was on Blu-ray and DVD sets. So not exactly the most accessible dub ever. As a result, hasn't really been that pivotal for like my life.
That's kind of been a thing ever since Naruto. You should me originally, I've only watched dubbed when I first started to watch Naruto, and I've been waiting so long for the war arc to come out. It took literally years, like over like 5 years for the full Shippuden to come out. Like it's crazy.
I think it just finished like a couple months ago.
Yeah, that's crazy. I recently went to Hulu and I seen Boruto up until like episode, I think 2. It was through the Boro stuff. So I think that's good.
Yeah, they just on June 1st they uploaded up until like 250 or something like that, and I was like, yeah. I exist.
I know you're still
to briefly conclude. So I went and saw that on YouTube and was like kind of blown away. And also, let's just like put some respect on Viz and the show in general, because like that is one of the not just the greatest fights in Boruto. The Garo Kawaki fight is one of the greatest fights in all of anime. Period. It is so good, and it's not because I'm biased.
Okay,
that is the animation is sick. The pacing, the buildup is sick. The climax with that, the coldest execution I've maybe ever seen in an anime is just so sick. So yeah, that's a killer fight. And if the whole show was that good, it'd be like the greatest anime show of all time. People would be like, Demon Slayer who?
Exactly. Some people get mad that fights aren't animated like that all the time. So
well, it's just so expensive. Like I also get that like it's so resource intensive. And when you've got 12 episodes and you can just plow 100 episodes worth of money into making 12 episodes of Demon Slayer the prettiest they can be, of course it's going to look amazing and gorgeous and whatever. And so it's just what's the priority?
You hit into a core.
Do we want to have more fleshed out narratives and character arcs, development, and whatever?
When it comes to the Boruto fandom, I know it's difficult to get like the dub, and you're right, they just kind of released like the end of part 1 for the anime. The dubbed voices with like the Kawaki versus Momoshiki fight and whatnot. I will say though, the fans have their ways. Okay, the fans have their ways of finding you. Okay, and they have found you, and you are known within the fandom.
Well, I'm also I am I mean, Viz is probably not going to watch this podcast. I am a proponent to many people of sailing the high seas.
Yeah, I got some One Piece action. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, exactly.